For the first time, the US and Israel have carried out a planned, coordinated air attack on Iran. Despite still being involved in last-minute negotiations with the US, Iran was attacked by US and Israeli jets and missiles that struck hundreds of targets across the country. Military planners in the United States, Israel and the Gulf countries had realized that military action was increasingly likely due to the hardening of President Trump's rhetoric. They planned accordingly by building up their inventories of interceptor missiles to hopefully stop the inevitable Iranian retaliatory barrage. Despite the killing of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and many of the country's military commanders, the Iranian barrage still came. Hundreds of drones and missiles were fired at targets within Israel and at US interests across the Gulf region within the first 24 hours. What was different from last year's war? Gulf countries had no warning and their civilian and commercial infrastructure was targeted. Tankers were hit, oil and gas facilities struck, missiles and drones were fired at hotels and civilian airports, as well as at more obvious military targets. According to the Gulf state militaries, the region's air defenses have performed exceptionally well so far, shooting down over 90% of incoming missiles and drones. Some, nevertheless, got through. This was especially true in the United Arab Emirates, which bore the brunt of the incoming Iranian drone assault. The main defensive weapon used? The US-built Patriot air defense missile. These advanced systems can detect and then hit incoming missiles moving at thousands of kilometers per hour. But precision costs money, and the price tag on each Patriot air defense missile is roughly $4.5 million. And 2 to 3 interceptors are usually launched for every one incoming Iranian missile. This is effective in short exchanges, but the war is expected to drag on for weeks, so who will run out first? Iran with its offensive missiles, or the Gulf states, US and Israel with their air defense interceptors? And these missiles aren't just costly, they take time to manufacture. Only 51 per month are currently being built, and these have to serve the war in Ukraine and protect Israel, the UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the regional bases used by the US military. And there just aren't enough to go around. Israel estimates Iran's complement of offensive missiles at around 2,500. Discounting the missiles being destroyed on the ground, given a launch rate of 100 missiles a day, Iran would run out after a maximum of 3.5 weeks. Its number of explosive drones runs into the tens of thousands, but they're much slower and far easier to shoot down using fighter jets and even helicopters. President Donald Trump has said the war will likely last 4 to 5 weeks, and there's a genuine chance the conflict will spread. Iran's strategy of attacking Gulf civilian and economic targets has angered the GCC leaders, and there is a possibility they may shift their tactics from defensive to offensive military action against Iran, given enough provocation. Already, the Qatari Air Force has adopted a more robust defense posture, having had over 100 ballistic missiles launched at the